Soup. Little update on the MR-1. Epoxy concrete secured for 72 hours and just got done mixing up the tabletop epoxy that's a little bit more viscous but still self levels to pour the flood coat around the outside of the plate to seal off the granite from moisture seeping through. That way, hopefully, most of the coolant that is on the cutting surface would flow perfectly level down to these drains that are not the Langmuir system, but they're commercial style shower drains in a square orientation with a replaceable top here. That way they could be easily cleaned by taking these off. Temporarily, these wooden pucks were cut exactly this dimension. Well, not exactly. The outside, the inset dimension, or the outset dimension of the mount point recess, and wrapped with Teflon tape. Teflon being that magical DuPont chemical that may cause cancer if you ingest it, but it's was on all of our frying pans for years. It does not stick to epoxy, so these should pop directly out, and what's holding it from leaking is this central compression rod down to the bottom to a little washer made out of a piece of wood. So, and that allows the epoxy to level out and build up to a point where those should be two openings directly in the infinity pool. It's a little bit quicker epoxy, and I've been battling. This is instead of using the coloring that came with the kit, I did try and go with a mica style black filler, diamond black, to give it a little razorback feel inside, and deeper black. The gray bothered me, but it does look gray at the moment. That's because most of that is air bubbles. I'm battling with this heat gun as they come out, but hopefully I get lucky and those bubbles do make their way out of the mix. If not, I'll live with it. Yeah, that's where we're at. Oh, the enclosure. The enclosure was put up. Two reasons. I had a friend and a buddy here helping me over the weekend with other shit, and this was a two-man job to stand these panels up and get them aligned for the bolt holes at each corner. So I asked them for 20 minutes to come get this, specifically because after I had poured the epoxy, the 500-pound table, I realized, well, fuck, if I have to move this thing and it is too close to this pole, that's going to be a motherfucker. So I didn't want to sleep on that. I wanted to know immediately if it was a problem, and it is not, because the outside edge of the drain pan is about a 1/2 inch inset of the true enclosure that you can buy from Langmuir. So, if anybody was wondering that detail, the approximate outside dimensions of the plate is what the machine would be. Don't need to worry about the monitor mount. I'm going to keep it on this pole with this, I think it's a Plantier, not Palantir, not the AI company, but Plantier. Is it Plantier? Planner. Touchscreen, 24-inch. That will be the Linux CNC control. I am going to switch this from control cut to Linux CNC with a Mesa board. I'm more familiar with that software, using it for the G0704. I've done it for years, so I'm comfortable with it. I'd rather keep doing the same thing I'm used to. So that's where we're at. Later.